Hello, YouTube, Facebook. I'm driving my I'm driving my truck this morning, so excuse me if my phone is adjusting because I don't have a prompt in my truck like I do my car. But I'm on my way to my leadership program for education. And, actually today we are discussing, good morning. Thank you for the digital love. We are discussing this morning poverty, right? Poverty and how it affects the school system. And I made a post. I really wasn't planning on going live, but I made a post that I'm commenting back and forth on with one of my Facebook friends about how his credit is for poor people, right? And hopefully he'll watch this video. Oh, hold up. Excuse my finger. Let me know if you all can hear me. I'm seeing that I have low network connection, so I don't want to be talking and it's not recording. And like I said, I don't have a prompt. I just have my phone sitting. So show me some digital love. Hit the like, hit the heart if you can hear me, if it's still recording. If you're tuning in live so I can continue to talk and get into the subject, right? Okay, now it says connection available. And so I made the comment, I made the post that credit is for poor people, right? And one of my Facebook friends wanted to know, is credit is for poor people? Thank you so much. And I am on a very non-busy road this morning. You all are up this Saturday morning. You got your money on your mind this morning? You all are up and going, man. Y'all ready. Well, like I said, I'm headed to my class, and the topic of my educational leadership program, a class that I'm in, is poverty and its effect on education. So he wanted to know, well, hey, if credit is for poor people, how can you use credit, right, to get rich? Because credit, when you get credit, you're in debt. You're using debt. And you know what? If you don't have the right financial education, that's the way you will view credit, as debt, right? But if you follow Robert Kiyosaki, you know it's the difference between debt and OPM, using other people's money, right? You'll know it's the difference between debt and OPM. Now, this is my definition, or this is my viewpoint of debt. Thank you so much, Chad. You all show me some digital love. Show me some hearts flashing, right? Give me some hearts. Give me some likes. Give me some thumbs up. So, if you watch this on YouTube, hit the heart button, hit the subscribe button. Debt is when you use your credit score. And this is my definition, my opinion. Thank you for the digital love. When you use your credit, or a credit card, for example, or a loan, right, to go out and purchase something that depreciates in value. You can even use a vehicle, for example. You get a vehicle loan. Some people are getting loans that's a third of what a house mortgage loan would be. $35,000, $40,000, $50,000 vehicle loans at high interest rates, which also throws away thousands. And then you get these loans, and as soon as you drive that car out the lot, you've lost thousands of dollars. I don't care if you want to go the next day and return that vehicle, you have lost thousands of dollars in one day's time. To me, that's debt. Now you're in a situation where you're upside down, or you use your credit card. And you go out and buy things, right? Or you take out a loan. You go to your local credit union or something, or your bank, and you take out a loan to go on vacation. I can't be on a vacation on debt. I wouldn't even enjoy it mentally or psychologically. If I had to take out a loan, and I have swiped my credit card, but usually I thought I brought it in here. Usually my credit card offers, I don't have the paperwork, so I gotta drive and stay focused. Or it's 0%. Those are the only credit card money that I get, right? Those are the only credit cards that I use. 0% interest rate. If you have a 650 or above credit score, you can get those, right? You can get those. And so now you go out and use your department store cards to buy clothes or to buy things that depreciate in value. You know, whatever it is that you like to buy. I, on the other hand, use my credit card, and I consider it's other people's money, at 0% interest rate. The one thing that I did was turn the banks against each other, meaning that I had a 0% interest rate, right? I took out the highest credit limit on my credit card, and I used Velocity Banking. And I took that lump sum of money out, put it towards the principal on my home mortgage, saved thousands and thousands of dollars at 0% interest, turned the banks against each other, but that's another lesson for another day. And now the extra cash flow that I'm freeing up that I would have been paying on my mortgage note is going right back into that 0% interest card. And it's free money. It's free money, and I'm saving thousands of dollars in years off of my mortgage, and I saved my PMI private mortgage insurance cost, which was like $150 a month, because my mortgage balance got low enough where I didn't have to have the private mortgage insurance anymore. That's additional cash flow. So let me give you this scenario. What if, and you can use credit cards as lines of credit, you can convert credit cards into cash. What if you had a 0% interest credit card, 0%, or let's just say 5%, 3%, I don't know. You have a 750 or a 720 or above credit score. Ideal 750, 720 get you the best interest rates. And they give you convenience checks or a 0% transfer offer. And you transfer, they'll transfer it directly to your checking account now. You get an offer in the mail, they say, hey, I want to transfer in my checking account. They transfer you, let's say $5,000 on the low end. If you have a high credit limit, let's say $10,000. And let me tell you something, I did this years ago. And flipped a house in my hometown, Crystal Springs, Mississippi. My first real estate investment with my credit card. It was a Discover card at the time. Purchased a home for $5,000. Let me let it sit there. I put about $15,000 into it. I had creative ways. I knew a person, man, that did construction work, renovated homes. He was my good friend. My creditable name, right? He knew I was good. I said, look, I don't have the money to pay you to renovate this home right now, but when it sells, I promise you, we made a contract, I'll pay you this amount if you do the work for me on your part-time. And he did it. That's the part of having good credit. See, good credit is not just in numbers, it's in your names, and people know you will pay them back. At the time, my ex-husband worked at Home Depot, so we got discounts on his employee discounts for the things that we needed to renovate the home. We did buy that out of pocket. The materials cost was out of pocket. Renovated the home and made capital gains of over $40,000. I'm not going to give you the exact number, but it was over $40,000. We paid my friend guy that did the renovation. We paid him for his labor, his skills, whatever you want to call it. We had that capital gains off of $5,000 credit card. Off of $5,000 Discover credit card. And I think it was a student card at the time because I had just graduated college. My daughter was young. I didn't have very high credit limit. And I think it was not at 0% interest rate, but the rate of return that I got back, and what I did, I used the cash convenience checks, and I think it was high. I don't remember the interest rate exactly, but it was a high interest rate. It didn't matter. I was getting a house for $5,000. It didn't matter, right? And the house is still standing, still in location today in my hometown. That was my first time. So it really bothers me when you have people that's saying, hey, I'm teaching our youth financial education, and they don't know these strategies. or they comment to me, well, how can you make somebody rich with credit? Let me tell you, my uncle, and I don't think he minds telling me or me saying this, because we had a conversation yesterday, has a high school diploma, right? I looked at my annual contract to be renewed for my work and my, areas of expertise in the public school system. His his W-2 for the year was 5 times the amount of what I would get paid once I signed that contract to return for the next school year. 5 times the amount of what my annual contract. When I saw his W-2 and looked at my contract for the first time in years, it was an eye-opener for me. With all my degrees, he had a high school diploma, because it's not about if you know how to make money, if you know how to work to make money, it's do you know how to make your money work for you? Do you know how to make your money work for you? Not do you know how to work to make money. Do you know how to flip money to make it work for you? Do you know how to take your credit and get other people's money? But if you got to use a paycheck, installment loan, I'm trying to see, I've stopped at my destination. But I know I brought that 0% interest rate credit card out, but I thought I did. Hold on. Maybe I did. Because I want you all to see that. Thought I had it in my hand, but I was trying to get out so much stuff. And one time, maybe I left it by mistake or something. But I really want you all to, Citi Card, Bank of America. All of these are offering 0% interest rate. To me, the banks are just giving you money for free. I'm not taking that money and say, hey, yeah, let me go on a vacation in Vegas so I can post my pictures on YouTube and Facebook and see how many likes I can get. Let people know I'm living this lavish life. No, I'm taking that money. Number one, I'm reversing the banks against each other for my mortgages and using that in strategic fashion. And number two, I'm making moves right now to invest in real estate. Why real estate? Because it's real assets. This is why I want to invest in real estate. This is why I want to invest in real estate. Because unlike stocks, in my opinion, you have more control over your rental estate. You have more control over your rental property. You can't control right now what's going on in the stock market. You can't control right now, for example, if you have stocks into GM Ford, you can't control what that company is doing. You can't control their production. You can't control what the CEO decides to do. You can't control their layoffs. So you can't control your money in stocks. You have no control of the company. But my real estate investing corporation, I have more control over because I am the CEO or the COO of that rental property. Now, no, I don't have control over if my tenant pays 100% control of that. But I have some control because if you don't pay according to contract, then I just go get another tenant, right? Legally. I recollect my funds. I have control of what I want to do with the property. If I want to hold the property, if I want to sell the property, right? If I want to invest more into the property to appreciate the value of the property, if I want to build that property up. But so when you invest in stocks, to me, that's not real assets because you're not the CEO or COO eviction, of that company. I'm in control of my rental property. If I want to put it on the market to sell, or if I want to find another person to lease it out, if I want to raise my lease or lower the lease agreement. So when you are making minimal income, so then one of his other questions was to me, and I'm going to sign off. I'm waiting on Chick-fil-A to deliver my food, my breakfast. If you're going to, what was I going to say? It's some other comment that he made. But this needs to be taught in school. Kids need to know how to flip. They need to know financial literacy. They need to know velocity banking. They need to know terminology like that. They need to know OPM, other people's money. They need to know the definition of these terms. They need to know the difference between investing and spending. I see a lot of people on Facebook that say, hey, I'm teaching financial literacy today. No, you're teaching financial education, because literacy is teaching the definition of terms to get you to think in a different way. If I say this is an investment for you, see, I think it was Abraham Lincoln said the best investment you can make is into your mind. The best investment you can make is in knowledge. Knowledge and education is different. That's financial literacy. Education is usually what you've been taught in school. Knowledge is learning the success of what other successful people have done to become successful. Education is a history of subjects. Knowledge is a history of success and mimicking what those people are doing to be successful. I want to mimic financially successful people, right? And so, know the difference between investing and spending. Know how to turn the banks against each other. Know the difference. If you're an employee, you only have 15 tax deductions. So investing in a business kit for $49 one time and $34.95 a month, especially with the new tax laws of Donald Trump, will get you over 475 tax deductions, which means more tax deductions mean more money. More money in taxes, less money you spend in taxes, more money out of your paycheck or 1099. Get a financial education and a financial literacy. Oh, this is what I was going to say. He asked the question and I'm signing off. Well, if that person, you get debt or they get OPM, other people money, they have to pay that money back. Yeah, you can create cash flow from a credit card. I just told you an example how I use a $5,000 Discover card to buy a home and sold it for capital gains. What if you use that 0% interest rate or 5% interest rate or even 17% interest rate on a credit card, got it transferred into your checking account, invested in a home, and now you have a rental property where you have a person paying you money every month to occupy that. You're getting cash flow, and you can take a portion of that money to pay back into the credit card that you use to get other people's money. With people, you got to be creative in your thinking when it comes to finance. You got to stop doing things the traditional way. When I looked at my paycheck, when I looked at my annual income, I don't even consider myself middle class anymore once I compare it to what my uncle was making. I don't even consider myself middle class anymore based off his income. He's true middle class to me. And what I'm saying, middle class, if you're not making over $100,000 a year, I don't think you should consider yourself middle class. You make over $100,000 a year, you should consider yourself middle class at that point. If you make under that, I don't think you should consider yourself middle class. You may, at that point, you 2 or 3 checks away from you living paycheck to paycheck. Honestly, you have no money saved up. If you don't have, and he thought this was a joke because I know he would with the money he made. If you don't have $5,000 cash, or you can get $5,000 cash based off of your credit, right, for an emergency, you should not consider yourself middle class. I can call my card right now if I have an emergency, and I can tell I'm gonna have to wait 2 or 3 days, and I say, hey, transfer $10,000 into my account at 0% interest. I need that money cash for an emergency. However way your system uses. So, hey, I'm signing off. Have a great day. Let me get my breakfast. It's Coach DeLoach. Hit like and hit share.